What page was it on? This is take 2. And if he turned his back on the university building, he saw fields of cotton and coffee. He would stay there just looking, emptied. Hey there, humans! My name's Magrathea, and this is my reading list, and today we're going to be talking about With My Dog Eyes by Hilda Hilst. This book was first published in 1986 in Brazil under the title Com Meus Olhos de Cão, which literally means With My Dog Eyes. So props on the title of this translation. Very accurately translated. This was translated in 2014 by a guy named Adam Morris that, according to the front page info in the book, was a PhD candidate. Props to you, bruh, because I am a PhD student right now, and oh my gosh, I do not have time for that kind of work. So anyway, With My Dog Eyes, this is the first time this book's ever been published in English. I liked this book quite a lot. It's very complicated in the way that it's put together. It's got lots of different types of text all smushed together in about 62 pages. There's narrative prose mixed in with poetry. There's lots of references and callbacks to philosophical texts, theoretical texts. The main character is an academic. His name is Amos Queires. The book kind of gets going when he goes out to chill out on this hill behind his university campus, and he encounters this great kind of mind-blown awakening that I don't know if you would say that the way he's living is not worth it or whatever, but he has this kind of vision of a life that's something better. Our translator pal calls it a clear-cut, unhoped for. It's so important that it's on the back of the book too. But after this vision of the beyond, or whatever you want to call it, he has to reconcile his life with what he wants in life, and he doesn't really achieve that very well. It's kind of a mess trying to get himself from point A to point B. He has to decide whether or not to stick with his relationships, to stick with his job. He's married, he has a kid, and he decides to leave them, to leave his job, and to pursue this clear-cut, unhoped for something. And it doesn't work out the way that he initially expects, and he sinks into a very deep kind of depression. Hilda Hilst spent her life in the shadow of mental illness. She was born in 1930, and when she was very young, her father was hospitalized for mental illness. The specter of that kind of hangs over her writing, and it's very heavy in this book. In this book, she confronts those issues through the character of Queires. It's almost like watching his mind fall apart after this existential awakening. Hilst is a very powerful writer. I would recommend this book, and I'm really glad that it's in English now, because then more people can read it. I can read Portuguese, but I know a lot of people can't. And English is a much more accessible language for a lot of people, especially here in the United States. It's a shame that there aren't more books that are in English, in translation, that are also very good books. It's very short, you know? It's very short. Half of this book is the translator's introduction, which is a really good introduction, by the way. I learned a lot about the author and her personality, and a lot about Brazil. No, but it's very good. I would recommend it. Give it a shot. If nothing else, you could read it in a day. You might not understand it if you read it in a day, because it's got a lot to take in, but I read it in a day. It's beautiful. You should do it. Just read it. Read the book. Read the book. I don't know how to end these videos. Like the last time I did this whole outro thing, I don't know, that may not be my thing. Who knows? I guess we'll find out.